In a world where this woman is able to speak Kody, a world where this woman knows more about a man than the other three ladies who've been married to him for 2 times the amount of time that she has, we are supposed to believe that this woman who told us before in season 16 that she doesn't know what went wrong with the family because in Vegas everything was great. We are supposed to believe this somber bird. So join me for another what? I just saw how crazy I look. Join me for another say what? I look so crazy in this screen. I know y'all gonna be like, what in the world? But we're gonna keep going. Not only has another clip of the one-on-one been released, but in a recent post that I did, well, a video, Tulips and Cats commented that Robyn had did an interview with People, and she thought that it would make for a good episode of Say What? I did it. So here we are, and here we go. In the one-on-one clip that we saw, Robyn is speaking she says that she speaks Kody. And I believe for some time she was able to convince the family that she did speak Kody. We now have Christine, who is out of it and who is able to say things for what they really are. And Christine says that this whole thing of Robyn speaking Kody is BS. She says that she's known Kody since she was 18 years old. And with all of that being said, Robyn managed to convince all of them that she can speak Kody. Janelle is included in that because in the book that I'm currently reading, shameless plug, in Janelle's chapter, one of the things that Janelle does is credit Robyn for teaching them how to communicate more effectively as a family and with Kody. So she did convince these women that she could speak Kody. But now we have Janelle saying that it pisses her off that she's saying that she can speak Kody because she knows her husband and she understands her husband. And Robyn has at times even said this to the kids. My thoughts are, why did these women allow it to get to this point? Why did you all let this person trick you with so much of her crap? Robyn also says that Kody gets misunderstood because he's saying everything that he's thinking. What? What do you mean? How is that something to be misunderstood? I would think that if you're telling me everything that you're thinking, then I'll be able to clearly understand your thought process. Everything is in his head. To me, if you're speaking everything that you're thinking, equates to actual thoughts that Kody is having, not the leader of him, the bird. What is so hard to understand about that? I just don't get it. Robyn has managed to wiggle her way into all aspects of these wives' marriages, and I cannot wait to see more about this in the tell-all. Okay, so let's get to this interview. I'm gonna read and comment kinds of like what I do when I read the Becoming Sister Wives book. If you haven't seen one of those reviews, go ahead and catch the replay. Go watch it, seriously. We're learning a lot about the family and some of their truths, because some of the things that we're finding out does not match up with what we're being told, but you know, what we gonna do? All right, so the article from Sister Wives, I'm gonna link it down below, but the title is Robyn Brown Traces Path to Sister Wives, Plural Divorce, to a Fateful Dynamic Shift that started in Las Vegas. So this is the same woman who told us before that Las Vegas was great, and she, thought everything that they had there was great. Can't tell me that what we had in Vegas wasn't perfect. Remember that? Okay. So, started in Vegas. Through their Las Vegas move, though their Las Vegas move may have been the catalyst for the end of their plural marriage, Robyn reveals there was more than one factor that led to their plural divorce. Now, the fact that Robyn feels like she is not just the spokesperson for Kody, but now she's coming as the spokesperson for the family, when Robyn didn't see so many things and people actually is showing this, is interesting to me. I have not read the article completely, so we're going to be doing this together. Robyn Brown is tracing back to the event that she believes led to the demise of the Brown family's plural marriage. In an exclusive interview with People, the Sister Wives star, 45, reflected on her former sister wives, Janelle, Mary, and Christine Brown, and the dissolution of their relationships with polygamous patriarch Kody Brown. Okay, so now he's being called polygamous patriarch. All right. Quote Robyn, "I think it started with when we were in Las Vegas," she says, noting that the shift began when their respective adult children decided to leave the nest. She pulled this out of thin air while she was flying, because that had nothing to do with the divorce. But this is yet another example of the delusions of this bird. So their focus started to shift to the kids that have left home to go live their life instead of focusing on their relationship with Kody. Did she figure this out for herself, or is this some information that she got from Kody? Because that sounds ridiculous. If my kids are gone from the home, I'm not focusing on a relationship with them. They're gone. They're living their lives. What about that makes sense? Am I missing something here? Okay, let me keep reading. According to Robyn, the other wives stopped maintaining not only their marriages to Kody, but also to their commitments to each other. It started becoming a lot of focus that direction. It started becoming a lot of focus that direction as far as holidays and things like that, she adds. Las Vegas was the start of their growing divide, Robyn says. And once the family moved to Flagstaff, Arizona, the wives became separated geographically, and we weren't in each other's lives as regularly. She left a whole bunch of stuff out here. And I love how she talks about Kody rewriting history when she's here rewriting history as well. The move made us feel more independent of each other, she continues. It was easier just to not spend time together because it was harder to get in the car and go hang out at someone's house and then try to figure out if you can get through the snow to home and things like that. And so I think that was the next step. If they could not see Mary when Mary was a mile away, there was no way that these families were going to stay in contact when they were 30 minutes away from one another. So her saying that is just another example of you not being real here, because you all know that you already were having problems with interacting with each other when you were in the cul-de-sac. You told us that. Y'all struggled so much to get back to things being normal. Your kids were fine, but y'all weren't. So let's not do that. Housing arrangements in Flagstaff and debates surrounding living in one home or building one home was the next step and brought out a lot of truths. Okay, y'all. This has nothing to do with the article, but recently in reading Robyn's chapter, Robyn said that Janelle had offered for her to live with her in the home when they were in Lehigh. She had offered for Robyn and her children to move into her space, right? So it would have been two wives in that space of the house that was designed for 3 families. Robyn declined because Robyn said she did not want to be in the house with the wives, that she wanted her own space. So even though Robyn tried to make it seem, and Kody tried to make it seem like Robyn was okay with the one house, Robyn didn't want one house either. But of course, she's not going to say this in this People article. Robyn explains, I think a lot of issues that were a part of their past started to come up. It was before I came into the family. There were these issues about living together that started to come up, and they started talking about that. But Robyn, whether those issues came up or not, Robyn didn't desire to be in that family, as I said. She didn't want the one house either. Things in their plural marriage only got worse when COVID hit. The reality star shares how the pandemic became a perfect storm in their relationships. We weren't as united, and everybody was disagreeing about how to handle it. And it became the fight, and people were so independent by that point, she says. I think it's just also kind of an age thing. What? She adds, what I've heard is that you get to a point where you aren't as interested or care as much, or you just become more independent as a woman in a marriage and as obsessed with or interested as much in maybe your hubby and everything. Okay, Robyn can't speak. This is how I know what she wrote in the book wasn't all from her. Okay, let's be clear. You're sitting here saying that because of these women's ages, who now happen to be, they were a little bit younger or around the age that Robyn is now at 45. She's trying to say that because of their ages, they no longer are worried about their husband and they're more concerned about their independence than they are the marriage. Where that's obviously not the case, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have Christine, who wanted more time with her husband, who wanted more love from their husband. Who is Robyn talking about? Robyn and Kody are each other's mouthpiece, because this makes absolutely no sense. These women were independent before Kody, and when they finally were really in their own homes, that they were paying mortgages on, they truly experienced independence. And in Flagstaff, what happened was their husbands stopped playing an active role in their household, and the ladies used each other and did things with each other that had nothing to do with Kody. Not because they didn't want to include Kody, but because Kody didn't want to be included with them. So don't sit here and act like, oh, these women are so much older than me, now they just don't want to have nothing to do with, with my hubby. Robyn says that age was a factor for both Kody and the wives. Here she goes again, speaking for everybody. You are not the mouthpiece, but this is what she does. I've heard them all talk about it. Well, I don't know if I want this anymore, or I just want something different, or I used to be okay with this and how this was going, but now I'm not okay with accepting what it's been, she recalls. Basically, the women were okay with always suppressing their feelings. The women were okay with putting Kody above themselves. The women were okay with how Kody gave them the bare minimum until they realized that they deserved better. Like, let's call it what it is. If you're going to give instances, little birdie, tell the real ones. Don't say what's convenient. Why they sit here and get this girl this platform? Christine and Kody announced their split in November 2021 after being spiritually married for 25 years. She has since found love again and is officially tied the knot with her now husband, David Woolley, in a large Utah ceremony in October. Great for Christine. Despite her shocking split from Kody, Christine has remained close with Janelle, who confirmed her separation from the family patriarch a year after Christine in December 22. A few days after the news of Kody and Janelle's split, people confirmed that Kody's 32-year marriage with his first wife, Mary, was also over. Mary was the only wife who was legally married to Kody until 2014, when he divorced her to marry Robyn, because that was the plan all along. While Robyn is Kody's only remaining wife, she still questions their relationship and where it's headed. Between his former and current wives, Kody is a father to 18 children in total. I can't tell you that. I'll tell y'all before it's 5 and a possible. And that's it. He doesn't have 18 children. He doesn't act like he has 18 children. And that's the gist of the article, Tulips and Cats. I hope that that's the article that you're referring to, because I saw a few different ones, but this was the most recent one. What do I think about the bird? I think that the bird is extremely delusional, and I think that she's gonna show herself even more in this next part of the one-on-one. Unfortunately, I think that we're gonna be seeing a lot of her in part 2, because the clip showed a lot of her. And sitting there watching her be in this monotone, stuck face, because her face is like this, she looks unhappy. And I don't know if this is a part of her act or if she really is unhappy. I think some of it is she might really be unhappy because things did not work out the way that she thought they would. And she is now stuck with this man and they are living beyond their means. And these wives, I hope, are going to get smart and get what's owed to them. You guys, let me know down below. Do you think that Robyn speaks Kody? That's my first one. And my second one is, tell me if you think that what we're seeing as Robyn's disposition is real or if this is part of the act. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you have not done so already, please subscribe. It helps me. I'm seeing that I'm getting more views. I'm very appreciative of those of you who still haven't subscribed but continue to watch, because that helps as well. But I'm meeting all of the requirements to get monetized with the exception of the subscribers. So if you can help me out, I really appreciate it. Like. Like it if you have not already. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time.